In part 3 of your speaking exam, you have to communicate with a partner or two, depending on which type of group you end up in. And you have to converse on a given topic for 2 minutes. However, pay attention. This time, drawing to a conclusion is a compulsory task. So make sure not to let your ego get the best of you. Agree with your partner when you feel on the cusp of your speaking time. Now, Ștefan and Georgiana, I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. Some people spend their holiday in their own country instead of traveling to other countries. Here are some things they think about and a question for you to discuss. But first, you have some time to look at the task. 15 seconds of time during which the picture is displayed in the YouTube video as well. Now talk to each other about whether people should have holidays in their own country instead of traveling to other countries.
Stefan, should we start with effect of the environment?
Okay.
Well, I think traveling to another country is more bad for the environment because people choose traveling to other countries by plane or car, and these are use fuel, and it's awful for the nature. What do you think?
I agree with you. I don't think they can travel by bicycle or things like that. Don't pollute too much the atmosphere or the environment, but also I know if you have a small country or you live in a small city, you get bored about everything and you want to discover new things, so you choose to go in another country, and I think that's a pretty good thing. You can, even if you have some language problems, because not everyone can speak your language or English and it's quite hard. What do you think about this?
Yes, I think you're right. Where I think advantage of traveling to another country is learning about other culture, because there in the world there are so many culture and so different between them, and it's so interesting to know anything about each of these culture. What about time spent traveling to another countries?
All right, thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide what you think is the best reason for having a holiday in another country.
Can I start to say?
Okay.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think the best thing is to learn about other cultures. I think you can get more knowledge about the language, the way they cook maybe, the way they choose to spend free time and so on. I know that you said that's a great thing too, so what do you think in conclusion?
In conclusion, yes, I think it's a good idea, and this help people to spend more time in our country, not away from the country.
Okay, thank you. As you can see, despite Ștefan having a tendency of hoarding time during the speaking test, his interaction with Georgiana was a fairly polite, logical, and human one. It felt close to a real conversation between a proper English speaker and a less proper one. And this is the entire point of this part: having a logical, polite, open and interactive conversation with your partner, showcasing good teamwork and being considerate towards other speakers.